Basis that scholars find so fascinating.
You know, in terms of ethnicities, in terms of religions, cultures that come together and converge in this single place.
结晶工艺是中国传到日本，而且让日本传承得很好。
What insights have they gleaned from the sacred caves?
我第一次看那个敦煌壁画纸，一点都不感觉还是陌生。
我其实跟这个思路很有眼缘。
I'm Daniel. Come and meet the global community finding inspiration in Dunhuang. Here in Dunhuang, the Mogao Caves paint a vivid picture of the old Silk Road. Diverse iconography and artistic styles show an intermingling of cultures from China's central plains and the world far beyond her western frontier. At the beginning of the 20th century, the rude discovery of the library cave led to its contents being scattered across the four corners of the globe. From London to Paris, New York to Tokyo, scholars pored over precious manuscripts, making invaluable discoveries. It's no wonder that in the 1980s, Chinese scholar Shi Hanwen famously remarked, "Dunhuang is in China, but Dunhuangology is a global phenomenon." On today's episode of China Maotai, China Insight, I'm meeting with US researcher Dr. Neil Schmidt for his unique perspective on Dunhuang. Before my trip, I did some research into the state of Dunhuang studies in different countries. In the 1990s, the British Library spearheaded the International Dunhuang Project, an online resource providing international scholars with access to high-resolution images of the documents and relics obtained by Mark Aurel Stein on his expeditions to Xinjiang and Dunhuang. Dr. Schmidt, nice to meet you. I'm Daniel.
Pleasure to meet you.
When was the first time that you visited Dunhuang?
The first time was in 1987, so a long, long time ago. I pulled a book off a shelf in a bookstore named Caves, named after this place. Opened that up and had read some stories translated into English from Chinese, and they were taken from that Sanqingdong, from the library cave. And it was this book and the notes, the footnotes, that led me to come here, because I thought, well, this must be an amazing place, and I had really no idea about the art, the extent of the art.
Yeah.
But that time, a friend and I actually rented a bike and rode from the Oasis to here. It was quite a long ride. And I think I was struck by the complexity inside the cave.
In 1987, Neil Schmidt was just 23 years old. In the years to come, academic research led him to a rich career lecturing at universities on different continents. In 2011, he obtained a Chinese visa, heading up the representative office of a social enterprise. In 2018, after years of research, having gained a deep understanding of Dunhuang's culture, Neil received an official invitation to join the Dunhuang Academy as a full-time researcher.
What do you see when you walk in?
Well, there's obviously a vast pantheon of deities. I mean, I can see up there, Fuxian Yuwa.
Exactly.
Who's that over there?
It's the main icon. This is some of the one of the earliest images that we have of Maitreya here in Mogao. And you can tell it's Maitreya because the way he's sitting, right? He's got his feet on the ground.
And is this Gandhara style iconography?
Definitely Central Asian, influenced by Gandhara as well. It's a mix. That's why I love this cave, because it really is so diverse. You know, in terms of ethnicities, in terms of religions, in terms of cultures that come together and converge in this single space. Well, if we go over here, I think you might recognize that figure.
Oh, Ganesh, the elephant-headed god.
Exactly.
Hinduism.
And we have Shiva and Vishnu. I mean, it's really spectacular. These two kings on each side. We have these Indian deities. So in the very top corner there, that's actually a type of Apollo, influenced from Greece, taken up into India, and then plumped down in here. So all of this is geared towards transcendence.
We've got thunder over here with the drums. This is lightning?
Exactly. But you can see this is like a giant experiment. They're really sort of this mishmash, and they're trying to work out.
Are there any Jataka stories in here?
Stories here of the 500 bandits. They get caught, they're blinded, stripped of their clothes, and then they're thrown, tossed off into the forest, running around blind. You can see this guy grabbing his eyes here.
Yeah.
Then they encounter the Buddha, and he teaches them the true way. You can see they become monks, and then they end up teaching others, right? A story of redemption.
放下屠刀，立地成佛。
The murals of Cave 285 present a utopia, harmoniously co-inhabited by a smorgasbord of deities and supernatural beings from different faiths. It's the earliest cave that has an inscription of the date it was built. Inside the cave, I instantly recognize one of the Morgao Grotto's most iconic residents.
In this little enclave here,
Yeah.
we've got
What is that?
a flying deity
Yeah.
over there, and I've heard people describe them as Apsara. So when do Feitian start appearing in the murals of Dunhuang? Have they always been here?
Pretty much always. We have Feitian in the earliest caves.
Do they appear as they do, say, on the logo of Maotai?
Yeah, that's, well, if we look at these Feitians over here, for example, look at, these are quite striking.
They're all playing different instruments.
Yeah.
Have you tried Maotai?
Yeah. I like it actually. Yeah.
Is it your favourite tipple? Is it something you would drink on a Saturday night?
Yeah, with friends, sure.
Dunhuang's international profile has brought worldwide recognition to the Feitian icon. In 1958, Maotai began using the Dunhuang Feitian logo, and it remains part of the brand today. Not only that, Maotai's packaging continues to draw inspiration from the lotus and cloud patterns which feature on Dunhuang's Kaizon ceilings. Neil tells me that he seldom travels to other places in China, spending most of his time in Dunhuang. That said, he still hasn't travelled to all 735 caves here in Morgao.
How much do you think you understand Dunhuang now?
There's so much to understand, and we're just scratching the surface. So I don't understand anything. I think I have a grip and I have an angle and a way of looking at Mogao caves that may be a bit unique.
You have no intention to leave.
Well, I'm endlessly fascinated by China, right? It's always revealing new aspects. It's a gold mine for somebody with a rabid curiosity like me.
I mean, rabid curiosity, yes, but would I sacrifice the comforts of the big city like Shanghai or Beijing to
Sure.
come here?
I've lived in large cities, right? You know, I've lived in London, Paris. I lived in New York and Paris, and Tokyo and Beijing, and when you're young and you've got all this energy, and now I'm getting old, I would have, a nice slow life, and that happens here in Dunhuang. So.
Neil's expertise as a guide to the Morgao Grottos is beyond question. Today, he's taking me to see some murals which predate even those of the caves.
So, Neil, what are we doing here?
Well, I wanted you to see these Weijing tombs because they provide a point of comparison.
多深呀，这个？
长是27米，深呢是11米深。
这些画像砖他们画的什么内容？
画的就是某种追随这个轮回升天的这种美好的愿望。这个层次感也很丰明，它设置了天上、人间、地下3个部分。它的这个墓呢，就等于它在地下阴间营造了一个家因为升迁拥有的，他们认为到地下还要继续享用，所以它是升迁他家的福德大门。天上呢就画的是伏羲出现的这个女娲，中间的这个是神农氏，他呢闯进农药和中草药的，尝遍了百草。
下面是不是
下
还有？
面的这个是大历史，古人对力量的敬佩，因为我们过去的人他是靠的体力和双手嘛。崇拜力量。
Also in the Tomb 285 it was 还有左青龙右白虎。
下面的这个是赤鸟、合金、丝兽、貔貅、饕餮正在的，上面的这个是飞羽万瞻，你看带有翅膀带有脚，能飞能跑，救苦救难的，这是人对美好生活愿望的一个向往。
可以看里面吗？
可以。
OK。
这个壁画表现的是什么内容？
他把生活的场景、社会的等级制度都体现了。他们的这个佣人都没给画嘴的，多干活少说话。对主人的这个秘密守护如瓶嘛。
The Western Jin tombs may predate Morgao's Cave 285, but iconographic similarities portray a common cultural heritage rooted in Chinese mythology. Neil tells me that an artist, whose wife is Japanese, is fueling a renewed interest in an